Greetings, welcome to Tifa's Tarot, and a happy new moon in Aquarius for all of my Aries out there. Today we're going to channel some messages for the new moon. We're going to try to keep this short and sweet. We're going to look at 3 cards, and we're going to use the Moonology deck, okay, to channel these messages for the new moon. And we're going to clarify these messages with the Law of Attraction tarot deck, okay? So the 3 messages that we will be channeling will be, the first card will represent what is rising in you this month. The second card will talk about what this new moon is showing you about yourself, okay? And thirdly, what will be the final outcomes of this new moon. So the interesting thing about the moon is that it has a 29-day cycle roughly, okay? And it changes zodiac sign every 2 days. So this new moon, we are in Aquarius, okay? And new moons are a good way of starting something new. If you have any new ideas or projects or objectives that you want to get off the ground, a new moon is a great time to kind of start that. If you need to be inspired about something, a new moon is a great time to start meditations about things that you want to do in this upcoming month, okay? Also, what I like about tracking the moon is every cycle or every phase of the moon, I should say, has a very significant meaning around it, okay? And so with this new moon, it's really a time to clear your space, try to start this month anew and try to think about what are the new possibilities or ideas that you can get going for yourself this month, okay? So the moon is a very reactive sign in that sense as well. So we can work our energies around the moon, right? It's not a stagnant energy, it's a very fast moving, intuitive sign. So this is a time to really check in within yourself, right? And to think about the things that are important to you, okay? So let's take a pause, okay? And let's get started with these readings. All right. So let's go ahead first and pull 3 cards. Okay. First card is going to represent what is rising in the sign of Aries. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead, just for good measure, and just shuffle this 3 times. Okay, and we are really trying to make our intention for the sign of Aries and this new moon, January 21st of 2023. Okay. And the moon is actually is in Aquarius, which is an air sign, which is known to be a great humanitarian, very innovative, right? So at this time for the collective, it could be themes of unconventional ways of doing things or solutions could be highlighted at this time of month, okay? So that is just really for the collective or anyone who needs to hear that, okay? Okay, let's go ahead and pull for the sign of Aries. Let's get 3 cards for the sign of Aries. What's rising in Aries at this time? Okay, so Aries, what's rising in you is it's time to breathe out, okay? So this is a disseminating moon. Okay, well, look at some of that. Actually, let's kind of look at it now. We'll do card by card. So I don't really know all of the moons, of course, because I myself am kind of new at following the moon, okay? But let's see. For disseminating moon, it almost looks like a full moon, but it's not quite that. Okay. So, so let's see. Your disseminating moon, this is a phase of the moon that comes after a full moon, okay? So it doesn't matter when this card comes out, right? It just kind of shows that at this time, what's rising in you is having this knowing or this feeling that you just want everything to be calm, you want everything to go right, you're at a very tranquil period of time. This is actually, even though new moons are about starting something new, this is really, this is kind of actually telling you not to really start anything new at this time, to kind of take a pause, because right now what's really important is kind of gathering your strength for what's to come up, okay? You need to just really give yourself time to just think about what's just happened in the past year, maybe, since we are in January. So give yourself some time for that, okay, Aries? Let's go ahead and pull 2 cards just to clarify this, and we are using the Law of Attraction Tarot deck. What does Aries need to know about this time to breathe out? Okay. So Aries, you might have been dealing with some financial situation, right? This is the 4 of Pentacles. So this time you might be urged to maybe be resourceful, to watch your resources. You might have recently undergone perhaps financial difficulties, and right now in this new year you're starting things out right, okay? So you're just kind of taking the time to maybe think about your money, think about your budgets, thinking about in the coming year ahead, or this month, let's say, where do you want your money to go? So it's not a time for a lot of action. It's just really a time for maybe reflecting, especially reflecting on those resources that are in your possession. Okay. And let's see, 8 of Cups. Okay. So this could be, is that, no. Yeah. Okay, this is 8 of Cups. They have like symbols on these cards, so I have to be careful of if I'm actually telling you the right ones. Okay, so 8 of Cups, this is perhaps taking a chance on something, okay? Or maybe this could also be walking away from a difficult situation about your finances, and now it's just time to kind of take time to kind of just like breathe out and like release what has just happened and kind of move forward, right? So at this time you might be thinking more forward thinking. You might not be taking a whole lot of time to be reminiscing on the past in any way, okay? What's the message of this new moon for Aries? What's the message of this new moon for Aries? What's the message? Okay. All right, so there are 2 messages for you. So a personal issue reaches a resolution, okay? And that is a full moon in Cancer card. And meditate and contemplate, a new moon in Pisces, okay? So as I just said before, what was rising in you, right, at that time might have been, hold on, just turn that light back on. All right. So you did overcome some type of financial difficulty. You walked away from things. It came to a resolution. You did have a conclusion, right, to your personal situation. And right now you are being asked to meditate and contemplate, right? So remember when I said about being resourceful and walking away from anything in the past, like you are very forward thinking at this time, okay? Let's go ahead and grab 2 cards to clarify this. We just need 2 cards to clarify this for Aries. 2 cards to clarify this for Aries. King of Swords. So, King of Swords, be logical, be honest about your situation. When you do meditate and you contemplate, it's the contemplation part. Think very realistically about your issue. It says a personal issue reaches resolution. You've come up with this resolution. You've solved something. Okay. Actually, two other cards came out. So the Nine of Wands, right? It's like hanging in there, knowing that an end is coming, and can't even make this up. Wait, hold on. This is... And the Sun card. Sun card represents joy, represents being positive, right? We always have to remember when we are meditating to clear your mind, and when you do have negative thoughts, for example, pushing those away, okay? So this is asking you to kind of stay positive, to know that the end is near, right? Your issue that you've had is coming to an end. And then lastly, what's going to be the outcome for this new moon, okay? What's going to be the outcome for this new moon for Aries? What is the outcome for this new moon for Aries? Show me the outcome. What does Aries need to know about this new moon? Okay. So I don't know if anybody, if you felt any threat to perhaps your security, but it says you and your loved ones are safe. Okay. Let's clarify. That's new moon in Cancer. Okay, so this could be Seven of Pentacles. We have Pentacles, right? Your money. So this is about your finances. I'm just gonna say this. Seven of Pentacles is assessing a situation and knowing what to keep and what to get rid of, right? So it's knowing how to move forward. It's not necessarily a comfortable position to be in because there's not a lot of surety in it. However, you are making the right steps, or kind of deciding, like, what do I keep? What do I throw away, right? That could be as simple as, like, what subscriptions do I really need, and which ones, like, are not serving me at this time that I need to cancel, right? But ultimately, you're going to be okay, and anyone who relies on you is going to be okay too. You may not be too worried about yourself. You might be worried about how other people are coping in this time. Okay. And finally, yeah, Nine of Pentacles. Right? You're going to get your financial freedom. So a lot of money cards came out here, all right? So Aries, that was your message for this new moon. I'll just briefly sum it up. So basically this time you might not be feeling a whole lot of action oriented, and that is okay. So take that time to kind of like just breathe, just meditate on that energy. You need to reserve your resources because recently you have just walked away from something, and there is a resolution that has either come or is coming, right? But if it has not come, it's asking you to really like meditate and kind of think about what you need to do. Be practical and be logical and rational in your thought, right? And understand that, like, even though it might not be easy, you have to be able to, but your attitude is fine because you're in a sun energy, so you're in an energy where you're feeling like empowered at this time as well, okay? And ultimately, everything is going to work out. You're safe. You are really assessing the situation very closely, like your mind is on it. You have a lot of fire and a lot of energy to be able to accomplish goals. That's one thing. Like, Aries is a cardinal sign. It's very fiery in that sense. And ultimately, your money is going to be okay. So Nine of Pentacles, you're going to gain a lot of financial independence. So that might be what you're working on in this new month, okay? So I see lots of thoughts about money and how to basically maximize your resources at this time. Okay, so hope these messages went fine. I hope Aries got something out of this, and thank you for listening.